Today I want to look at an issue that I had recently when I have to do my window regulator. And I found many videos that show you how to take off the inner door panel, but I couldn't find anything that showed how to remove this inner piece because there's 5 things that could make it a little bit difficult. So I want to point those out in this video. Now I've already had it apart, put the new one in. You can see I put a used one in, works just fine. But there's some things that can be really difficult. For instance, on the back of the door latch can be difficult. Knowing about these 2 old girls right here, we've got here that goes down to the lock actuator, and then up behind this section right here can be difficult as well. So find another video about how to take off the inner door panel. I'm not really a car video guy, but I thought you could find this helpful. First off, to investigate what all's going on back here, use your phone. I mean, I would actually just take my phone just like this, pop it in there, and I would look. And if you see back there, it's in focus right now where the end of this rod is. There's kind of that copper covered sleeve. That sleeve is going to push outwards. So it needs to push away from this. That slides out. And when that slides out, it then will allow you to just simply pull the rod up. So putting it back in is just the reverse. You make sure that that is slid towards the out position, put your rod back in, slide it in. It's actually quite simple, but you're not going to get it off without knowing that. These 2 here are just simply, I don't know technical names of clips, but I just look at it kind of like a hug clip. You can look at it right here and just see that just kind of C-cups around the rod. The same with this one here. You can just pop them in and out. It is kind of stiff to put it back in. I used a pair of pliers to just kind of pinch it back into place. This here is actually, I'm sorry, let's go up here. This disconnect's incredibly simple. On the back side, there's 2 things that just kind of go like this around the rod. So the rod would be coming up in my circle there that I've created with my thumb and forefinger. You just simply, those should be pliable to just open them up, and then that rod, this can just slide right out. Same thing in reverse, just open those back up. So far we've covered that little slide clip on the back of here. We've got these 2 little C-clips. We've got this one here that I have no clue what you call that clip, but I showed you how it works. Now, just like the side clip here, there's another one at the top of one of these rods. I can't really see it on camera, but it works the same way. You slide the sleeve out, your rod will pop up. Putting it back in, the same thing. You pull it out to the out position, put your rod back in, and then push your sleeve back in. That is a bit of a booger. I had to kind of look from the top view. I don't know if we can see it from the top view. No, not really. But believe me, it's in there. You can look at it either from looking up or looking down. It's kind of a tight squeeze. But to do both of these side clips, I used this little bitty screwdriver and this pick. So those things there were real helpful for kind of reaching in back behind there and giving it a pull out. I also was able to access it through the front right here with the screwdriver. In the back, kind of just the same, hooking onto it with the pick, finagling with a screwdriver. I might have used a longer screwdriver from the top at some point. I don't recall. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm not going to go through in depth the fact that we can all see that there's about 10 or so screws that hold this thing in place. Because once you get those 5 points unhooked, it's just take the screws out and it really comes out quite simple. Probably is worth noting the obvious as well. You got a few wires that are clipped in here and there. If you've worked on cars before, you've seen those before. At the end of the day, if you don't get them off, for goodness sakes, you can just clip them off and use a zip tie or something in the future. So I hope that helps somebody, because I had to figure it out myself and it took a few minutes of just kind of staring at it. That's all for now. Have fun with this project.